So, let's talk about what you saw this week. But first, I have to finish one more chore. Right. Now we have to go feed the chickens. I promise we'll get talking to what we saw this week and my thoughts on it. Woohoo! I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. Family members give me food that got old on them, so we don't waste anything. First thing I want to say is, oh my word, what excitement! Who would ever thought that I would make a change on Tuesday would make such a big change in my life. I am so excited. I am just over the moon with, I can't believe the response. I'm getting more views in the first 3 hours than I have in a whole day on some of them. I'm so excited to share with you my life, everything. I'm going to share with you why I do things. So, you've seen a lot this week. You've had good questions, and in the course of the next couple weeks, I'm going to share with you why I do what I do, the reasons, how did I get here? How did I get on this 1 acre property? Where did I come from? What was I like in my previous life, I like to say. So we're going to do some rewinding, and I'm going to share with you all of the things that happened to me and how I got to where I'm at today. It's a fascinating journey, and many people say that I should have wrote a book that will happen, but right now I'm fulfilling my dream of just being able to share my life unfiltered with everyone. I got the bandana in my head, yes sir, yes ma'am. All of this, I'm just going to do what I like to do, and that is to share my life. And you're starting to see my format. You're starting to see, in the morning, in the afternoon, and some of the evening. You're starting to see why I enjoy doing this and why I enjoy doing that. You're starting to see what makes up my day, what makes up my life. And I think what is really unique is you have a lot of off-grid channels. You have a lot of people that chose to sell everything and live off-grid. And then you have people that, are just regular everyday housewives, and they have their, vlogs and all of their sharing of their life. Then you have me. And so where do I fit in all of this? Well, I'm an everyday housewife with just a little bit of an extraordinary life, because I live in a way that so many Americans live. We are a rich nation, but so many of us silently live with not so modern conveniences. And in my situation was, we were deep in debt and we wanted to get out of debt. And in order for us to get out of debt, we bought what we could afford, not knowing what we were getting ourselves into. And so I became a person that was thrown into a situation I didn't know what to do about. I didn't choose to live off-grid, and I didn't choose to live with non-grid. I am on the grid because, quite frankly, it's a law. I have to be on the grid where I'm at. But I didn't choose to have some parts of my life that didn't work. And we are out of debt. We have no debt. And I don't want to go in debt to fix something up. And to be honest with you, this property is not worth putting $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 into it to fix it up. I'm going to share all that with you. I can't sleep at night because I'm so excited, because I have so much to share. And I'm just freely sharing it. No matter how I'm looked upon, maybe by family members or for people who know me personally. This is my life and I live it abundantly. Also, it's so important to me to share with you all that even in times when your life isn't that perfect, you can live in perfection and your happiness and joy in your heart. Do I always have a smile on my face and a song on my lips? Well, no, I don't. There are days that I cry. There are days that I pout and I feel pity for myself. But those days are very few and seldom. And I realize now, by learning about all of you, I have so much in life to be thankful for. I have so much in life that I took for granted. And I bet you're wondering, well, Tessie, how in the world, what would you take for granted? I take for granted my health. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I have no health issues. I'm not on any medication. I haven't been on medication for 20 some years. And even then it was just for little things of this and that. I don't have any ailments in my life as far as my health. And so I have all of these things that I am very, very realizing that it's, I don't need to take it for granted. And I'm just so excited about that. I live without some modern conveniences, and a lot of you would say that's hardship. That's nothing compared to somebody who doesn't have their health. I can tell you, looking in the camera, that anybody and everyone would trade my living circumstance for their bad health or for their, diabetes or whatever they're facing. And so my hardships are not your hardships, and maybe a lot of you, I'm finding out, are quiet too because you have the same thing. Who would ever thought? You guys are like, I don't have this working, Tessie. I don't have that working, Tessie. And I'm like, ah! So it is just so exciting to open up this door of this kind of talk that a lot of people aren't really wanting to talk about. Is it poverty? No, not necessarily. Is it, you don't want to spend? Yes. I could probably take out a loan and would fix some things, but then I would go in debt. I will not go in debt. I've been in debt, and when you hear my story, you're going to totally understand why my husband and I will never get in debt again. You will understand the whole backdrop of my life. You will understand why debt is the most horrible word that we could ever think of. Because we didn't choose the easy options to get out of debt. Bankruptcy, we didn't get any government loans, we didn't get anything from people. We worked our debt off ourselves. Every single penny we owed, we paid off. Much more frugal than we do now. And we lived as if we were almost homeless. We didn't spend anything extra. And so I think now you can understand why the little dishwasher was such a blessing in my life, and the little washing machine that cost $149, but it made a world of a difference. When I started out moving here, and then we found out all of these things were wrong, I didn't know there was products on the internet that can help me. I didn't know any of that. And I didn't know there was things you can do to help your life. And you guys really taught me all that. You're like, hey, Tessie, they have this, and they have that. And so these little things have really made a big difference in my life. And I'm just so excited to share with you my life and how I'm saving money. Behind me, I burn my trash. I don't have any garbage system. We recycle anything that can be recycled, but we burn whatever is paper and can be burned. That's just one thing where we save $200 a year. In my area, it's very laid back, and so it's not forced upon us. You're going to see how I use oil lamps. That saves me electricity because the oil was gifted to me back last year. And so for me, the lighting was free. If I had to buy the oil, of course, it would probably cost a little more, but it was given to me. I scrounge whatever I can. Whenever there's things along the road that are free and it's something I can use, I pick it up, man. I pick it up so fast. And as you all know, last year I found a whole box of oil lanterns with oil that was free, and I picked that up and I use it. And so I become really wide-eyed to see what I can see. People know that I like to glean food, and so people will say, hey, I got this food, I don't want it, do you want it? People generally don't like a lot of waste, and so they'll give it to somebody like me who will use it up. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. You have absolutely no idea how you blessed me. My videos this week, I cannot begin to tell you what that has done for me. The support of knowing that you viewed me is just everything in the world to me. Just because I know that, hey, you like me, you like what I do, you like to see what I'm doing. You're not judging me, you're wanting to learn from me. I always say this in life, we can use every circumstance two ways. We can become better or we can become bitter. And I choose to be better. And I hope that you choose that as well. And I hope that through my joyous life in the times of trial, you will learn that you can be better too. And thank you for all of your support, for all of your advice, for all of the things that you know that I don't know, and helping me. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.